Welcome. I'm the motherfucking Batman, David John Lincoln, aka the Savage Bat, with Takahan and his manager Stephanie Snowheart, and your incredible Funko Pop photography. And you're a huge Zack Snyder fan. I followed you and your art, should we say, for a while now. Welcome to the channel.
Hi. Okay. I'm Takahan.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so you do like your amazing photography. It's basically, the Funko Pop things. I've got a couple. I've got the Batman one there, and just the little ones in the Batman the animated series. But you like recreate the scenes from Zack Snyder's movies. You do lots of DC, but particularly I'm a big fan of your Zack Snyder recreating Zack Snyder scenes,
Thank you.
and they are incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah. So where did it start for you with doing your photography and stuff? Um,
I think I started like 4 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah. A friend of mine gave me a iPhone
Yeah.
XS. So I start taking some photos with it. At first it was like a very casual thing. Then I joined a local toy community and I decide to step up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and this is how I started.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's amazing. And Stephanie, you're Takahan's manager, is it?
Yes, and a partner.
And partner, right? Oh, I see.
So when I first saw him taking photos of
Yeah.
his toys,
Yeah.
so I thought it was quite interesting and
Yeah.
amusing.
So did
Uh,
I. That's what. Yeah. It's great.
and uh, and it was fascinating that he could remember almost every scene
Yeah.
of the movie.
Yeah. The scenes. Yeah.
and so and perhaps he always had like artistic skills,
Yeah.
so he really could create cinematic shots
Yeah.
naturally. So I thought about it, and I thought maybe I should you know ask him, maybe he should concentrate on creating art
Yeah.
while I look around for possible companies who is willing to support his like for example ask him to create art for them.
Yeah.
So I think at the time I approached our Warner
Yeah.
TV,
Warner TV. Yeah.
yes, who happened to have like a Supergirl, the Flash at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So and it happens that he actually also liked all these different series, the DC series, TV
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he started shooting like more characters, and yeah, I thought it was quite an amazing journey for him.
Yeah, it is. I've been kind of sort of watching most of it along the way, and
Yeah,
you've got, I've seen you've won a few awards, for your photography.
Yeah.
That right? Yeah, I've seen that you've had some real good success, and it's been great. Like, what type of awards were they? I've seen if you've done sort of a few over the years,
I,
but
I
like,
think one of the most important award that I won is the DC fandom fan art thing.
DC fandom fan art.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it was organized by of course DC Comics,
yeah,
Jim. So my art, three of my, is it three or four? I can't really remember. I think it's three of my work get featured by Jim Lee. Yeah.
it's about Jim Lee. Yeah, and you can't get no bigger than Jim Lee.
Yes.
That's
I think he
that's
was really surprised to hear that. I
Yeah.
think to us, I think the show is like really early in the mornings. So
Yeah.
I think he was staying up to just listen, to the
Yeah.
DC fandom show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I give up. I thought that I never win. So I just like, okay, let's look at the other program. And then suddenly somebody messaged me and said that, hey, Jim Lee
Yeah.
featured. So I was like, what? And,
Yeah.
it's quite surprised because I think I'm the only one that have more than one piece of my uh, photo that got featured. Yeah.
Got featured, yeah, in that one. Right, brilliant. And you can't go wrong with Jim Lee. It's one of the biggest comic book artists in the history of comic books. So that was that's an incredible achievement, to do that, and especially just the way your art is. Like Stephanie said, it's very funny because it's Funko Pops, and you just these amazing cinematography like shots recreated with the Funko Pops, but like you go to like different locations to take
Yeah.
them, don't you, as well? Like I say, Aquaman, for instance, you do one by the sea. I saw Black Manta one recently you done
Yes.
by the sea and things like that. That must be an incredible thing to do as well, like going and finding these places, to recreate these scenes.
Yes. I actually walk like 8 hours a day
Yeah,
eh, no, not 8 hours, sorry, 8 kilometer
yeah,
is I don't know how many miles is that, but because in Asia we measure by kilometer, but
yeah,
basically I will recce a place, like walk about 4 to 5 hours to look for the place and
yeah,
take photo. And why do I do that? Is initially I just want to walk because
yeah,
I'm quite unhealthy, so I decide to like walk a bit to stay fit, to exercise a bit.
yeah,
And, but walking can be sometimes like very boring, so I always bring a Funko Pop with me, and if I saw some nice location,
yeah,
I will take photo of it. And sometime if I don't have the Funko Pop with me, I will try to return to the same place the next day. Because
yeah.
I live in a very small city, so it's like from one end to the other end is like maybe like 1 hour car journey.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're both from Singapore. That's right, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Singapore is a very small country. It's a
yeah.
city country. Yes.
It's like its own thing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like its own. Yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
like his Funko Pops, all his DC characters coming along with him to all
yeah,
the iconic places of Singapore
yeah.
so that
Exactly.
he
Yeah,
got to tour with him.
yeah,
And I enjoyed making his behind the scene videos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. And yeah, it's just amazing. It must have been both of you doing it together as well.
Yeah.
Working as a team, and that's incredible. And to be honest with you, I wasn't really a massive fan of Funko Pops. It was Takahan that made me a fan of them. Really,
Right.
I was like, what are these all about? They're a bit silly, kind of thing. And then you turned it into actual art. So I
Mhm.
was like, whoa, hold on. This is really cool. I think one of my favourite ones of yours is from Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think
Oh.
it's, yeah, that you recreated the sort of scene where they're all around near the Batmobile or something like that.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one I got a like from Zack Snyder.
You
Yeah.
got a like from Zack
Yes.
Snyder
Yes.
for that one.
He
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
he replied to me on Vero once. It was incredible. So
Wow.
he's That's amazing when things like that happen. Zack Snyder himself, do you know what I mean?
Mm,
He's so good to the fans and things like that. You know, he's
Yeah,
well known for that. That's so cool.
yeah,
yeah. So I didn't know much about the director, Zack Snyder, the last time.
Yeah,
So as Takahan was actually taking the photos, he
yeah,
actually shared with me more about his story,
yeah,
his art, because Zack is really incredible. He's really an incredible person, I think.
yeah,
Through the sharing of his stories, and I started to admire him as a character, as a person,
yeah,
other than his fantastic filmmaking skills, of course. You
yeah,
know, so I do enjoy it when he tells me, okay, so Zack was making this part of the movie when he was thinking of this and that. So Takahan could tell me things like this because he really also followed Zack a lot.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I
I've seen
learned a
his
lot from that. And
yeah,
I thought, to me, an artist always has a very not an easy journey,
no,
and I saw that in Zack also.
yeah,
So that's also why I thought actually Takahan will need a manager to help him,
yeah,
so that he can concentrate on his art.
yeah.
yeah,
That's right. That's brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder started it off, with doing small things with a video camera and stuff,
Right.
and much like you have, Tekahan,
Yes.
and you've turned a simple thing of just taking the photos of these toys, yeah, these Funko Pops, and turn it into incredible art. Like it is really really fantastic. And for the viewers watching, I'll add the link to Takatan's page and all the outlets that so you can go and look at his artwork in the description underneath the episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, it's great. So it's been 4 years since you've been doing it, and you've had the awards thing, you've had DC fandom. You're quite well known in the Snyder community as a good Snyder fan.
I'm not very sure. Am I well known? No. Yeah, but I think I created about nearly like if just based on Zack Snyder movie, I created about 100 over pictures from inspired by Zack Snyder movie,
Yeah,
and to consider like the DC EU like where Zack Snyder is a producer, like Suicide Squad.
yeah,
I mean the first Suicide Squad and the first Wonder Woman, and
yeah,
maybe Aquaman. I do not know whether people consider Aquaman as part of SnyderVerse. I have
yeah.
created
It's a
about,
question mark that one.
yes, it's a question mark.
Yeah,
I've created for, about 400 over DCU fan arts.
fan arts all linked to that part of DC. That's amazing. I've seen
Yeah.
you've done some really really incredible ones. And you actually sometimes, if you like, sort of modified the Funko Pops somehow. You talked in the past about sort of you've changed stuff with them to make
Yeah, yeah.
to make the scenes.
Initially, I do it I mean, I do physically. I repaint it, or I disassemble it and try to assemble again.
Yeah,
But at a later stage, I do it digitally, like like doing composition, like if the arm is up and the
yeah,
support is down, I will try to like shoot another angle, make sure the light is correct, and I just use Photoshop and composite.
yeah.
Because
Oh right.
I do not really want to spoil my Funko Pop. One thing is that I used to do it manually, so I buy a few like Aquaman, Superman to change the pose to the one I want. But I end up with like too many Funko Pop, and I run
Yeah.
out to store them. So I got to
I
go to it.
remember seeing your post about that actually. Just
Yes,
Funko Pops everywhere. You,
yes.
how many have you got now?
I actually lost track of it. Maybe like I don't know, maybe like 1,000 or more than. I really lost track of it. Yeah,
Over 1,000. Oh dear. That's a lot of space taken up by Funko Pops. That's brilliant. That's really that's dedication as well. I mean, yeah,
I
yeah.
do collect other collectibles too, like hot toys. I
Hot
collect hot
toys.
like multiverse, the old one and the new McFarlane one,
Yeah,
and SX figure art by Bandai. All is DCU. But I decide to shoot Funko because I think that because Funko got a lot of like generic looking characters.
yeah,
For like actually I like Hot Toys and Bandai, but then they have a problem is that they only have the main character. So sometimes I want like goons and stuff. I can't find the generic looking people for my Funko photo shoot. For my toy photo shoot. This is why I end up shooting Funko. And
yeah,
this, I end up with 1,000 Funko because I was like, okay, this guy like I need this guy in this costume, even though he's not a character, but he's
yeah,
wearing some similar suit. So I buy a lot of like such Funko like generic just for the
He's showing you his latest new collection.
yeah,
uh, a bunny girl. Because I thought that I want to shoot
yeah.
the someone in the gym or something. But I actually have no idea who is she.
No.
Yeah. So I bought a lot of Funko Pop based on their design, but I really have no idea who they are. Yeah. So I bought a Nick Fury Funko Pop.
Nick
The one,
Fury.
yeah, the one that before he from Captain Marvel, the one that before he become One Eye.
Oh right, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So I use that for the boss of Louis Lane. What's Jimmy?
oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Perry White.
yeah. Perry White. Sorry, I messed up.
Yeah, yeah. Perry
Jimmy.
White.
Yeah, Perry White. So because Funko Pop, Nick Fury is Nick Fury is just a bad guy in
Yeah.
business suit. So I thought that hey, it can be used for Perry White.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're basically using other characters to
yeah,
modify the scenes.
yes.
Yeah,
And
right. Okay, that's really cool.
Funko Pop have like a very stylized face, so people won't be able to tell. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's like a sort of basic design, and
yes.
yeah, and they're all just slightly altered for the thing. But yeah, that's really incredible how you do that.
To tell you the
Uh,
truth,
yeah,
I hate Funko Pop at first.
yeah.
I I
This
find
is
it
what.
very ugly,
Yeah, same. This is what I meant. I thought the same when I first saw them.
and
I
I
was
end
like,
up with
what are these all about? But then, yeah, it's, they are funny. They are they're
I end
incredible.
up with like 1,000 Funko Pop.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
was
it.
oh this figurine is so ugly. Who will buy this? And I end up buying like 1,000 over.
Yeah, that's great. Well, like you were saying, I spoke to you a while back about you should perhaps do a go to a Comic Con and show off your artwork and maybe sell some. That would be great. If in Singapore or whatever, or you could travel around. Come to the UK or America.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it would be that'd be great. That.
yeah,
As his manager and business partner,
Yeah,
would usually have to plan his tours.
yeah,
So hopefully, in the next couple of 2 years, he can
yeah.
get to travel and
Brilliant.
meet more people who also likes the same thing as he does.
Yeah,
And get to show his artwork.
yeah. Get
Yeah.
involved with the community of
Yes.
artists in that kind of field of photography and stuff.
Yes.
That's really great. That and yeah, if you ever make it to the UK, I'll have a signed picture of yours
Well,
after.
thank you. I would love to meet you.
Yeah,
first
yeah,
I will need to find my passport because
yeah,
I had not seen it for like 3 years. Two,
yeah.
2 years plus since COVID-19. I don't know where I put it. Like
No,
the
yeah,
passport. Like
yeah.
yeah, because of the COVID-19.
Yeah, and also you had an accident, didn't you? You broke your arm. I remember you
Yeah,
saying about it. What happened there? And that
uh,
obviously affected your photography.
yes, I actually tripped over some stuff that is like uh, some what do you call it? Car car divider, those that used to stop car.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
But it's very funny because usually the car divider is like up to my waist level,
Yeah.
but for that one is like below my knee level. So I was like crossing the road rushing, but and I didn't see it because it was late at night, and the divider is the same color as a road, so I didn't
Yeah.
see it, and I tripped over it. Yeah, and
Cool.
I broke my shoulder joint. Yeah,
Your
so
shoulder joint. Right.
yes,
So
shoulder joint,
that
yes,
affect, affected you being able to use your camera and that for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the worst thing is that because I kept my heart about 60 to 70% of my Funko Pop in a storage place, and they have a shutter door, and because I injured my shoulder, I can't leave the shutter door, so my Funko Pop is all like stuck in the storage place. This
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
I didn't shoot a lot of like Snyder stuff recently because most of my Snyder based Funko Pop is in the storage place.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if how's your arm now? Is it getting better and you're getting back to doing it again?
Yes. Yes. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward. Yeah. To shoot more stuff. In.
Yeah. So that sort of put you out of the game for a while, but you're still going to do it. That's
Yes, of
good.
course.
Soldiering on, which is that's excellent to hear. You know, and I hope you wish you all the best with that.
Yeah.
The arm thing, broken arm, just recovering from it.
Yeah.
And well, it's like a piano player, not being able to have your hands. You've got to be able to hold the camera. It's your shoulders taken out. So I hope that gets better. And where are you going to go next with this? Are you going to where are you going to take this next? Like with say like Comic Cons and things like that, and you know doing interviews with people, and I don't know. You got any plans for the future, both of you and Stephanie?
Mm,
I'll let him talk first because he's the one who's creating the art.
Yeah,
Mm, uh, I really hope. I'm trying to complete a coffee book based on the Man of Steel movie.
Yeah.
But there are some more photos that I need to take in order to complete the Man of Steel movie. So I hope I can complete the book first, and
Right.
maybe travel overseas to some maybe UK or SDCC,
Yeah.
San Diego. Yeah,
San Diego. Yeah.
yeah,
That's the big one. I've never been myself, but that's a dream of us. I think it's every kind of DC fan's dream to go to the
yeah.
big San Diego Comic Con.
Yes,
Yeah, one day I
yes,
will. I want to go when maybe Ben Affleck or Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot may be there for
yeah.
Justice League 2, perhaps. You know, if we get the
Yeah.
SnyderVerse restored,
Really hope, really
which
hope
is
so.
yeah, it's looking very hopeful that we're going to get it done now. There's all the signs are there. It's going to be great, and obviously with another movie, well, several, you're going to have plenty of scenes to recreate with your Funko Pops. So
Yes.
that's going to be, a whole sort of untapped,
Hmm?
movies for you. That's going to be great. Great time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to more Nightmare timeline. You know the Nightmare
Yes.
timeline.
I'm looking for it too.
Yeah. So Stephanie, you've like helped Takatan over the years with promoting his stuff, and I've seen you get like sort of invites and stuff from Warner Brothers and certain people, and bonuses for you know representing Warner Brothers kind of thing in an artistic way. Is that how it works?
Yes. So, firstly, I hope he can complete his book that he wanted to do. This
Yeah.
made of steel copy book, copy table book.
Coffee
Okay.
table book. Right.
Yes. And for like companies like Warner,
Yeah.
mm, I felt that having them acknowledge and appreciate his art is an important thing for him,
Yeah.
because it actually probably tells everyone that you know you really can do it if you keep going on.
Yeah.
You don't give up. I mean, there are times that are really hard for him. I think, like like when his arm was needing recuperation,
I remember.
or when it was like he wants to shoot a certain scene and it's very wet. He couldn't do it, but he
Yeah.
still went on to do it.
Yeah.
Um, and sometimes when I go along with him, I also learn a lot of things. Example, the history of some of Singapore's places. You
Yeah.
know, we do have some historical sites.
Yeah.
Then he probably sees many things that, like if you were a normal walking by, you wouldn't think about it. But sometimes he'll point out buildings to me. Hey, that looks like that scene.
Oh right. Yeah.
I think I can do that.
Yeah.
And for me, sometimes I have a wish list of scenes I want.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, can you do that scene? So I remember he was doing this Wonder Woman scene.
Right.
She then with the soldiers. So he took 1 year to create that scene. So I was wondering why. I said, why? Sometimes you can create so quickly after my wish list is launched. But why do you take like sometimes 1 year to create? So
Mm.
he says that sometimes it's a bit of the uh, technical skills required to create the scene. Example, you need some special effects, like
Yeah.
pebbles flying. You need to think how to make that scene work. While you
Right.
may want the scene to work, the physical thing is that when you're creating it, right, you probably need more people's help also. Like, one person to hold the some fan to fan the sands, some people to hold some reflector. You need
Yeah.
more help, and I think it's the artists, they really need to think about, is it the vision that they are trying to create? Probably a bit like what Zach is doing too, but because
Yeah.
he's very skillful, so I think the moment he envisioned it, he probably can do it quite immediately.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
Zach. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I think. So I learned a lot too, and
Brilliant.
I think it's moving. Their journey is very moving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great as well. And like Zack Snyder, for instance, he's a artist himself, and for him to recognise your art as art, which is what it is, Takatan. Because it's just such a great thing, and doing the way you've done it, from just building it yourself with Stephanie, and doing all this incredible pictures. Um, you what advice would you have to a young photographer or a photographer to any age starting off? What camera should you get, or what should you do to start off if for the audience, if they wanted to get into photography?
I think any mobile phone will do because I use
Yeah.
mobile phone nowadays. From like maybe you can get a older version of iPhone like 10 or 11
Right. Yeah.
because yeah it is quite good, uh, and you will need a lot. You will need to buy a lot of like LED lights and stuff. But
LED lights.
yeah, yeah, to light up. For iPhone, if you shoot in the daytime, it is fantastic. It is to me it's actually better than DSLR. But when you shoot at night or indoor, because of the small sensor size,
Yeah.
you will lose out a bit. So you will need to buy some light to support it.
Right. So just like a normal iPhone, and then what about like big sort of cameras? Like do you ever use that type of thing, or is it
I don't use camera nowadays because
no?
cam- mobile phone are quite powerful now.
Yeah, because the digital camera's the best thing going really now, isn't it? I've got one on my Samsung, and yeah, it's just this they blow people out. So for the audience, if you're thinking about doing photography, all you've got to do is start off with an iPhone, and or a Samsung or something like that. With a really good camera on, and would you say the iPhone's probably the best for the photography?
I tested Samsung.
Yeah,
Actually, I find that the later Samsung model, uh, Galaxy S22 Ultra, is actually better than iPhone 13 Pro in terms
right,
of photography. But
right.
videography, iPhone is still better. But
Still life.
yeah, but I still choose Apple product because uh, one thing about iPhone is that it has the capability to shoot something called Apple has a file, a
Right.
format called HEIF or HIEF. I can't remember what
Yeah.
is it. So it's because normally when you shoot right, with phone you either shoot in JPEG or RAW. So for JPEG it's like uh, eight. 8-bit color, so you only have is 8-bit, and for raw is, I think is about if I remember correctly, is 24-bit. But for Apple, it has another format that is actually six. I think it's 16-bit or 12-bit. I can't remember. So one thing is that it's, it's very low. It take up very low file size, very small file size compared to JPEG, but the quality is much better than JPEG. Of course, RAW is much better, but RAW took out too many file size. So I will choose the Apple format,
Right.
and it allows me to adjust the contrast to the extreme. So because
Right.
sometimes if you use a JPEG, you adjust the contrast to the extreme, you see some unwanted lines because of the color loss. Yeah, this is
Right.
why I use Apple. But if you talk about which has a better camera, I think Samsung has the better camera.
Right. I see. So yeah, so basically, if you're, if you want to get into photography and stuff like that, so you can start off with, an iPhone and with the right editing, but
Yeah,
you can do it. You can just go out and do it, and it's just a case of taking action and doing it. And that's that must be great. Just such great fun to think, right. Like Stephanie said earlier. Oh, that building looks like that scene. That must be such a incredible journey in reality. Just going around and going looking for places. You know
but
that's
for me, the most difficult when shooting Funko is when it has like when you are shooting like the Justice League,
yeah,
uh, like Zack Snyder Justice League have 6 member, because Funko head is rather big, right?
yeah,
So it's actually very difficult to squeeze in 6 Funko into one picture
right,
because head is too big.
yeah,
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 so I got to like think of ways like maybe I can cheat a bit, like put some Funko more on the front and some at the back, and try to adjust the the camera in the angle that they will look like they are standing at the same plane, but actually they are not. Yeah,
right. The size, the difference from the distance.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's always good to study what do you call that camera angle. For me, I actually most of my shot, right, except Superman, I crop off the leg,
chop off.
the
Yeah,
feet. Yeah, because in photography or videography, it's called MCU, but it's not Marvel Cinematic Universe.
no,
It's, it means mid close up shot,
right,
because mid close up shot, you will get to see more details, and you can connect to the character more. Yeah, so
right.
I'm a big fan of MCU, not Marvel.
No.
Yes, make close up shot. Yes,
Make close up shot, right? Cool.
yeah,
So that's it's very
yeah,
you've really done your research and all that, and it shows in your work because they look incredible.
yeah. Thank you.
For to make something as simple as a Funko Pop look so cool, that is just in my eyes that's incredible, and is without a doubt art. It really is. It really is cool. And and so you've done Zack Snyder, you've done Man of Steel, pretty much all the DCEU movies,
Yes,
and hopefully we'll be getting the Batfleck movie
yes. I hope so.
um, Justice League 2 and 3. And there's rumours that maybe a Man of Steel, maybe a couple of Man of Steel movies, more Superman movies. So you can have a lot of stuff to take from in the future. I really look forward to seeing it. And for, it's just such a built from scratch thing that you've done yourself. To me, that is, that's the spirit. That's really, really, really good. Your lovely friend Stephanie, your manager, helping
Yeah.
you out. So yeah, it's been going on for 4 years, and you've got plenty of future ahead of you. And what have you got? Anything to add to that, Stephanie? You've been your journey with Takatan.
Okay, so I remember your question about what we can let those people who want to begin in toy photography know.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I felt that if for people who are interested in this,
yeah,
I think you could make do with whatever equipment that you can help you to take photos. So, for
yeah,
example, if you only had a like a phone, like a very old phone,
yeah.
you can also do it, because to me it's not about the equipment only.
No,
It's about the thought behind that photo.
yeah,
Of course it helps if you're very skillful,
yeah,
to create, do editing, but I think as you look, you will get better and better. Like, when you look at your photo and you look at how people comment on your photo, you will
yeah,
get better by yourself.
yeah,
One of the thing a conversation I had with Takhan, and it's a constant conversation. Okay, so he was joining a lot of competitions.
yeah,
So he was in, like, in the lead for many rounds. So there was once or a couple of times when he there were other photographers who got higher scores, because the competition is in the league, you see. So
right,
they have to like go through 100 over rounds.
right.
So you don't get to be the winner immediately. Okay,
No, yeah,
so he asked me, he showed me some of the top photos. He asked me, what do you think of these photos? Do you think I should do something similar to them? You know what I mean? To get to be the top. So I
yeah,
thought about it, and I felt that as an artist, you should have your own style.
yeah,
That means you don't follow anyone else, and I think he also taught, because I felt that he has quite a strong style. So he
yeah,
did not need to, follow. And to all, photographers who want to begin, um, I think you can be quite persistent on your own style, because you will definitely get a group of people who admire your style.
yeah. You will.
You don't need to change yourself to fit, whatever you saw at first, because you definitely had a strong belief, and hence you created this artwork, right?
Yeah,
So why would you change your style?
yeah,
you know so that's what we discussed, and I told him maybe you can push even further your own style. Let's do more, let's go to more places. And when
yeah,
we go to the place, how about we talk about the location, because
yeah,
people may be interested. you know yeah, and yeah, so I think that is a constant thing that an artist always goes through.
yeah,
A photographer and artist, should I follow the style of the times,
yeah,
or can I stick to my own style that I like?
yeah.
Yeah.
Be unique.
Be happy too
Yeah,
when you're creating. Sometimes you look at your work and it's like, oh, how could I have made this work? But sometimes if you look at your work and you think, actually I don't really like this work, that means
no,
it's not really what you're wanting to create.
yeah,
Yeah. So I think it's important to be happy when you're creating your work.
yeah. Be happy with it and enjoy it at the same time.
Yes,
Because that's
yes.
what it's all about. You know, like, I should imagine when you've got a nice shot and you talk to each other about it and go, wow, this is a good one. You know,
Yes.
it's that's part past. That's the beauty of doing something that you love. Really, is
Yeah. And I think as someone who look at his work, perhaps you can really see that he really genuinely loves this thing.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
need to think so much. It's just, oh, okay, wow, he really likes this series,
mm,
or he created a whole little world there.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's what I think. So just
right,
go ahead and do whatever makes you happy.
yeah.
And then you will make your fans happy too, because they see that you're happy.
Because they know that you can believe in what you're doing. You know,
Yes, they
like
also want to see that you have a conviction
yeah,
in your own beliefs.
that's right, and that's
Yes.
been the same as a Zack Snyder fan for me. You know, personally, is the fans. We all know real recognises real is the saying, and we all sort of connect because we've got the same love. You know, for Zack Snyder's movies. You know, particularly all his movies, but the superhero ones. Um, it's a huge community of people that they really do love this stuff, and people like Taka and others have just made these incredible things out of which are completely original. You know, no one's ever done anything like that before. When I first saw your page, I was like, "Wow, this is like Funko Pops. What the hell's all this about?" You know, and just going through looking at them over the years. Oh my god, this is incredible. This is actually art. You know, and there's been loads of cases of people, in the fandom that have, and it's done amazing things like this. But you really have done well for yourself, Takahan, and Stephanie. You
Thank
both
you.
should be proud of yourselves because it's absolutely amazing and and inspirational to people that want to get into that type of thing. Is really can, as long as you put your mind to it, you can do it. You can achieve anything.
And I also see this love in your channel.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you are an incredible host.
oh,
Um,
thank you.
Honestly, this is my first time coming on a talk show like this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I can't show a video because 2 a.m. is actually quite, I don't really stay out until 2 a.m. So
No.
I'm a bit sleepy.
Yeah. No,
Sorry
that's
about
fine.
that. So I figured if the next time I come on, I'll make sure that I look like I'm not so sleepy.
Yeah. No. Okay.
I can see your enthusiasm, your love, and I see that you really make this show so enjoyable to be on. And I
Oh.
hope you keep doing this too, you
Oh,
know,
thank you.
until you can invite maybe Zach to come on, okay?
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, thank you so much.
Yes.
And that would be amazing to maybe
Can
get.
begin with Water TV first. Then
Yeah.
contact them. Would you like to be featured?
Yeah. That would be a dream of
like
mine.
like
Maybe.
how
What?
Takahan, like how we did it for Takahan too.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to get Zack
Keep
Snyder
up
on
the
in.
good work.
Thank you for your kind words. That's lovely. And yeah, well, maybe I'll do a multi-stream or something in the future or something. You can come back on the show
Yes.
because I'll be doing some live streaming eventually.
Thank you.
But yeah, so that would be great.
Mm-mm.
Um, and really looking forward to the future of the Snyder fandom's been going on for so long now. Zack Snyder's fans, we're a big massive community, and we've had a bit of a dark time where we weren't sure whether he was going to get the movies or not, and it was very frustrating. But now it looks definitely going to happen. So we've just got to wait. It's a matter of waiting now, and we'll get the movies we wanted. Zach to finish his storyline, and everyone will be happy then. All DC fans from all different genres.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
cool. So anyway, we're getting up to nearly an hour then, and it's really late in Singapore now, isn't it? It's what is it? Nearly 10 to 3 in the morning.
Yes, 3 a.m.
It's
But
three.
on one
Yeah,
hand, while I am usually already sleeping,
yeah,
Takahan is actually usually up at this hour
yeah,
editing his photos that he took in the day.
yeah,
So it's quite, he can chat with you like, 3,
yeah,
4 a.m. no
I
problem.
I
yeah,
seldom sleep. Actually, I seldom sleep. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he can stay up quite.
yeah. I'm the same actually. I stay up very late.
Wow.
Uh, and
What time is it for you now?
oh, it's not for me now. It's only 7 p.m. in
I
in
see,
in
I
the
see.
UK in the UK. But
Right.
I'm very much like that. A lot of American friends and stuff that I work with on the channel with big sort of community, and because of the hours difference and stuff,
Mm, mm, mm.
yeah, I'm normally up very very late, being Batman and all.
Wow. So you will be not hosting later. You'll be
Yeah.
out.
No, not tonight. I'm not hosting anymore
Oh,
tonight. No.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But
Sure.
yeah, these things take time and stuff. But thank you so much, Takahan and Stephanie Snowheart. Really, thank you for coming on the show today. What for the audience? Again, I'm going to put the links. If I'll get you to send me the links, and
Okay.
I'll add them into the description, and people can check out your art,
Thank you.
and I'm sure they'll love it. A lot of my viewers know Takahans anyway, so they'll know of that, and it'd be great for them
I
to have
guess they
seen
know
him.
you both.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
little community on Facebook
Yeah.
going
I'll
on
see
there.
you around again, Batman.
Yeah, oh, thank you, Stephanie. Right, right. I'm going to stop there, and thank you so much for today.
Thank
It's
you.
been
I enjoyed that.
brilliant.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
and good. All the best in the future for the both of you.
Thank you.
Much love to the both of you, and representing Singapore with DC Comics.
Hmm.
You're really doing. You're representing your country there. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's
Speak to you
Takahan though,
soon.
it's not me. So I just
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you
thank
very
you.
much for tuning in, people.
Okay.
And I'll see you soon. Batman out.